Feed me.
Feed me more. Feed me more. Feed me more. The Ryback Show starts now. Welcome to the Ryback Show. I am your host, the big guy Ryback. Happy Wednesday, ladies and gentlemen. Hope everyone's their week is off to a great start. Happy hump day, I guess I should say as well. We are streaming live on Instagram, the big guy Ryback 22. The old so popular Twitter Spaces. Guys at Ryback, all Twitter subscribers are greatly appreciated on there. Not required to be a part of this show, but we are here live on Ryback TV on YouTube, where you guys are the co-host of the show, along with Twitter Spaces, where you can call in and be a guest with everything: health, fitness, supplementation, pro wrestling, sports, and anything and everything in between. Super chats are always greatly appreciated on here as well. This show is available on all podcast platforms. iTunes reviews are greatly appreciated, guys, on that. Just please leave a star rating and write a review on there. It greatly helps the cause of this show. This show is brought to you by Feed Me More Nutrition, my premium supplement line, sweetened with stevia and monk fruit. No harmful artificial sweeteners or colors for all people, men and women, he, she, and thee, on feedmemore.com. Today, guys, I'm running a discounted special. It went out on the email, and our massive savings program for our loyal returning customers, over 80% returning customers that love Feed Me More Nutrition, guys. With everything, recent events, everything going on, I think it's very important to raise awareness for mental health. It's a very serious issue. I joke around a lot on here, have a good time. This is the most difficult thing past couple of days, for me to have to let everyone hear this, for things I've known about for this and dealt with different people, but this particular individual, Chase, as he's known, is extremely, I know it can be an extremely difficult thing to listen to, and not everyone understands what's going on, allowing him a platform to come on this show. But mental health is a very important thing in raising awareness, and hopefully with everything going on, that Chase is found and could be put away and gets the help that he most certainly needs with everything. But with that, I turn all negatives into positives. That's what I do with everything. And I know Chase I'm not backing down. I have no fear with it, and he knows that. And so I'll ruffle a few feathers along the way as well. So anyways, today I'm giving everybody 35% off Feed Me More Nutrition with discount code Mental Health. I posted that image on Twitter, Instagram. It's gone out on our email newsletter. It'll go out tomorrow on the text message as well. Discount code Mental Health for 35% off. You get a free Feed Me More Nutrition shaker bottle. Chase doesn't like it when the big guy makes money. So Chase, you're going to help me make some more money today, buddy. How do you like them apples, huh? And we'll see how that goes. And appreciate Chase as well. We are going to be bumped into the top 50 on the audio. We're already a top-rated podcast, as I mentioned, streaming on 7 different platforms with total actual listens and views. But on the audio, we are climbing the charts. The Chase for Chase is getting a little bit of interest, despite we haven't gotten any mass media coverage, and that should change starting today with TMZ and I think some other places hopefully picking this up. And only solely because I want this guy off the streets, and I'm taking every precaution necessary with that to protect the people that I love and care about. This is my number one priority. Chase, you wanted my attention. You've got my attention. Whatever's going on, buddy, you want a platform to come and talk, you're more than welcome to come back on today and mix it up with the big guy. But for the people that are just watching that aren't familiar, Chase is responsible for 12 years of harassment, hundreds, if not thousands of accounts, spamming the YouTube Ryback TV. As I told you guys, one person was behind the majority of this. Twitter, one person is behind a lot of this stuff. It is Chase, ladies and gentlemen. And so we will see if Chase chooses to come back on again today for the 3rd day in a row, 4th time since Friday, and 5th time overall since last week with everything. And if not, we'll get to your questions. We'll talk to you guys, have a good time, and we will see how it goes. But this is a very serious matter. I've already had to block somebody on Twitter who thinks this is some sort of publicity stunt. Go fuck yourself. If you think that this is absolutely, this is as real as it gets, and I'm not going to stop my life. I'm not going to sit in fear with all of it. I'm going to do what I have to do. I'm going to keep moving forward, and I'm going to use this motherfucker, and I'm going to get more attention and raise the awareness of my social media suppression with everything with Twitter. And there's a lot of things going on, certain things I won't talk about, certain things I will talk about today, but we're moving forward. And Chase, we're going to get you one way or the other. We're going to get you the help you need with this, whatever is mentally going on. And I feel like a lot of bad stuff is going to be discovered very soon with all of this on his end. So my best to super chat here. I apologize. My voice, I've been talking. I've had to do a lot of phone calls. A lot has been going on the last 24 hours with everything. And not more than 20, since Friday, a lot's been going on, but specifically as things have amped up, I've been having to take a lot of calls. So, I usually have that the deep, clear, heavy voice. It's a little raspier today because I've, like I said, endless talking. Hello. Let me see. Somebody says, Ryback, you're muted on Twitter Spaces, bro, so we can't call in. I'm not. Can you guys hear me on Twitter Spaces? If you let me know with a thumbs up, if you can hear me. I believe it's showing that I am live and I am on. The mic is on. Can anybody hear me on Twitter Spaces? Let me take a call real quick and see. Megan, can you hear me? No, you guys can't hear me. Can you guys hear me now? Hello. Can you hear me now? If not, Twitter may have. I hope to God nobody can hear me on. Okay, if everyone can hold on here, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to end this Twitter Spaces and we're going to redo it live on the air. I don't know why, if Twitter has deactivated my ability to do a Twitter Spaces. Give me 1 second, guys. We'll redo this here. This will be very disturbing if they have taken away my ability to do a Twitter Spaces, which I wouldn't know why they. Let me see here. All right. We are back on Twitter Spaces with the Ryback Show. I apologize. Can you guys, the people as you join in on Twitter here, can you guys hear me on Twitter Spaces now? If you can give me a thumbs up in the chat. We can hear me. I'm back on Twitter Spaces. We're on. Good deal. Thank you very much. Well, I apologize for the inconvenience. I don't know what happened on the previous one. We are live on Twitter Spaces now. Thank you to our loyal Twitter followers and subscribers on there. All right, guys. This episode is the Chase for Chase. It continues on. We are going to keep turning negatives into positives. And thank you. That was the super chat. Somebody says, Ryback, your Twitter sound has gone for everyone. Thank you for the heads up. I appreciate it, you guys. Can't do this without you. That would have been really frustrating to go on any further without that, as that is a very popular part of the show. Good to see you. Okay, let's get going here. We'll bring on Neil, see if we got Neil here. Neil's 32 years young, loves roller coasters. Let's see here. That's possible. That could be Chase. Are we going to start?
Well, I'm just going to turn my sound down. I'm calling you all the way from London in the UK. I did send you a tweet not long ago. I met you on the WWE tour back in 2016. I weren't able to say hi to you because I was too nervous to. I really hope you get this Chase shit sorted. Excuse my French. But I really appreciate what you're doing. If you need some help, you know where I am, mate. I work for the police over in the UK.
Okay.
So if anything you need, I'm here.
Thank you very much. I've got a lot of great people on this right now. Everyone's coming together, and he's going to be found. I'm very confident, and I'm not going to be saying certain things, but this is it. He's at the end of the road with everything, and it's been. I apologize that you guys have all had to hear all of this, and but I do think it's going to raise awareness. And my hope in this is that Twitter. There's been days that have gone by since Friday that this should have all been avoided. And hopefully that these policies can be tightened up and crack down on people creating hundreds, if not thousands of accounts and doing this, the harassment, the bullying, and the most importantly, the death threats and somebody who is more than capable of acting on them. So this is a beyond serious matter, and just thank you for the support.
No worries, and hopefully you'll come back to the UK pretty soon. Touch wood.
I hope so too, buddy. Thank you, and I appreciate it again. Good deal. Thank you, Neil. Let's go ahead and bring on, I think we've got a caller here. Expose, a small streamer that does anything and everything, 18. Hello, hello. Welcome to the Ryback Show.
Hey, what's up, big guy?
Not much. How are you?
Not much. Just, been taking your advice, doing, exercises, been watching what I eat and whatnot.
That's the way to go, man. You got to just one day at a time and make little adjustments as you go along.
Yeah. I've been tempted to try a diet that I did back when I was wrestling in high school, which, looking back, it wasn't, it didn't look necessarily healthy, but I was fine otherwise. It was pretty much throughout the day. Like, I usually skip breakfast and lunch, but throughout the day, I would just near constantly eat peanuts.
Okay.
Because looking into it, the specific brand, I forget the brand that it was, but they had a specific mix that was high protein, low fat, and it helped me cut weight for wrestling.
And that was just eating peanuts?
Yeah, it was a mix. It was
a trail mix, sort of like a mix of nuts and different things, assortment of things.
Yeah, yes, it was similar. It wasn't. It didn't have the junk
Yeah. No, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, just a mixed nut assortment.
Yeah, and I would usually skip lunch and breakfast, but I would eat dinner, whatever the hell my mother made for dinner at the time.
So you just essentially cut your calories probably by default from whatever you were doing, snacking on something, and then having dinner. But do you have a specific question?
I mean, I just wanted your opinion on I forget if I asked it last time, on the variety of diets, because I see these.
Well, what do you want to do? How do you want to eat?
To be honest, I'm not too sure.
Well, hold on, what are you trying to achieve? What is your goal?
To cut a few pounds off.
So you want to lose body fat? Do you want to gain muscle? Or do you just want to lose fat?
Lose fat and probably in the future build muscle.
So are you working out at all right now or no?
No, not at the moment.
So are you doing any cardiovascular activity outside of your everyday, like whatever walking you do? Do you do anything extracurricular, like physical activity, like cardio wise?
I mean,
like treadmill, like anything. Do you go to the gym and just do cardio, or do you go for walks or jogs outside or anything?
When it's, I typically go for a walk around the neighborhood, which is, I would say, about 1 to 2 miles, depending which path I go down. Okay.
Well, so I would do that regularly. I would do that every day, or 5 days a week or 4 days a week. I would, if that's your form of physical activity, that's good. What I would then do is, well, let me ask you, what kind of diet, do you like animal products like chicken, steak, beef, things like that?
Yeah.
So what I would do is I'd go to feedmemore.com or just look up a BMR calculator online on Google, on that or whatever search platform you use, and put in all your information and see how many calories you need per day. And if you're typically, you're eating, if you eat 3 or 4 meals a day, whatever that is that you're comfortable doing, and it says you need, 3,000 calories to maintain your weight. If you fill that out properly, the BMR calculator, and you say you want to lose, you can actually do it to where you put in the info to where you want to lose weight. It'll give you the amount of calories that you should probably be consuming. You need to kind of get a starting point and an understanding of how many calories a day you need to kind of maintain your body weight. And then from there, you could cut it, and you do it in small increments. You don't have to make any. Some people do it so drastic that they can't maintain it. You just cut your calories by 250, 300 calories down from what your daily maintenance is. So if you needed 3,000 calories, you go, hey, I'm just going to eat 2,700 calories. And you would take 3 or 4 meals and divide those up of the foods you like. And you would essentially lean protein. Carbohydrates are the thing for most people, where we got to adjust our carbohydrates to start burning body fat. And we can overconsume that stuff. Another problem that people do is they consume carbohydrates and overconsume carbohydrates with high fats. And so you want it, healthy fats are okay, like omega-3s like that are in hemp parts, from fish, salmon, different things. Lean beef, a little bit of fat, and the animal fats are necessary in that. But if you want to have your protein and your fat in one meal, and your carbs and your fat another, your carbs and your protein another meal. You never want to have your carbs, protein, and fats in high amounts in one meal, unless it's like a cheat meal and you know that you're doing that. So you have to it's multiple steps you have to take. It's actually really easy once you get going. BMR calculator, how many calories you need a day. Then you have to kind of do a little work and see the foods that you're consuming and that you like with that. And then you have to kind of try to hit your calories consistently, whatever that calorie amount is. Like once you get, what I would suggest you do is go get that BMR calculator, get that information down and write the foods that you like down, and then come back on here with me and tell me how many meals a day you want to eat. And then what I suggest also that you do is you buy a cheap food scale off of Amazon or wherever. They're like $10-12. And they're very good for weighing out portions. And you don't have to use it a lot, but it's good to use early on to kind of eyeball how much food you're consuming. Where like one serving of rice, somebody might be consuming 3 because they don't understand how much one serving of rice actually is. Like, so doing little things like this, you're going to start making rapid improvements in how you look, because you have a game plan actually. And then it just comes down to kind of learning and adjusting to that game plan and getting better at following that game plan. Do you follow what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because otherwise you're lost and you don't know what you're just eating whatever. You don't know how many calories. So some days you might be under consuming calories. Other days you might be over consuming. And you just kind of got to put a little game plan together. And then before you know it, you start getting results.
Yeah. The other day when you told me about the calculator on your website, I went and filled it out, but I got lost on the body fat percentage part.
You don't have to fill all that out. You don't have to. If you have to guess, but you can. I think you can bypass a lot of that. You just have to. There's certain things that are just required on there.
Yeah, I tried to fill it out correctly because I went to a website that gives you a rough estimation based off your weight and height, but I'm not sure if your website uses the BMI or the U.S. Naval method.
I'll have to go on there and take a look at it. You can also leave that blank though, and just go with your weight and different things, the essentials on that, because I've gone through it before. But if you have to just estimate on your body fat, if it's 20%, 15, just get an estimate. It's at least going to get you a ballpark idea on the calories on that. But if that one, and it should let you put that info in without the body fat percentage. Have you tried doing it without putting it in?
Yeah.
It didn't let you?
It was like being indecisive. If that's the best way I could put it.
It didn't give you a total amount of calories that you should be consuming per day?
Off the top of my head. I mean, I could go look back at it right now and see.
Let's do that. I want to keep the show moving, but I'll go check on my end also. If not, for whatever reason, if it's not letting you, just go to another one and see if it lets you. You just got to get a starting point on that, and then we can get moving on it. But I'm positive because I've done it, but I could be wrong. Maybe there's something going on. Let me take a look at it after the show as well. And let's go from there. But try to, if not, find one online. There's a million of them with it. And it's just a free tool to get people to a starting point. And then we can kind of close in on narrowing this down a little bit more for you.
All right.
All right, buddy. Well, thank you very much.
Yeah. Another time when you're doing another show.
Sound.
Let's good.
All right. Sounds good. Thank you very much.
Yep, no problem.
Take care. Good deal. Thank you, buddy. Let's see here. Who do we got? I think I saw one of the people that could have been our buddy Chase today. Oh, this is my Damian. Old Damian Klein has a picture of me in the background. Welcome to the Ryback Show.
Yo, the big guy.
How are you?
I'm not too bad. It's 3 in the morning here.
Where are you at?
I'm in Australia.
Well, thank you very much. Worldwide here on the Ryback Show today.
Yeah, everywhere. Ryback's got the best fans. We all love the big guy, except for this one guy, this one Chase guy.
Yeah. He thinks I have no fans and that everybody hates me, but I think it's
The weird thing is, I'm a fan of the big guy. He seems to know everything about you. He knows every match, every promo. He's doing the Skip Sheffield act.
Yeah.
He knows everything. He knows more about you than I do. And I'm a Ryback fan.
If he would put just a fraction of his energy into his life that he is obsessing over me, he could achieve so many different things.
It's honestly sad. Have you ever seen the movie The Incredibles?
Yeah, I have.
He's like the kid from the start of that movie. He's like obsessing over Mr. Incredible. And Mr. Incredible, he gives him a bad look, just like this guy says.
Brother, it's unlike, I'm telling you, this goes so deep. The things that he is saying, I have seen in the chats, and the text messages on Twitter, the tweets, and the YouTube. He's repeating things that I remember specifically blocking, going, what the fuck are these people talking about? And it's him creating all these accounts, doing all this slanderous stuff. And it's insane, but it's
crazy. He has the time for that, man.
Brother, that's what I don't understand. And it's really, really disturbing, but I think he's dug his own grave on this one, and it's game over. I don't know if he realizes or doesn't realize like what he has done. And like, he thinks that like, nope. In his head, I think his ego is taken over, and he doesn't realize that the level that he doesn't understand, that as well known as I am, that even though I'm not on TV right now, that like you can't do this just in general, but to do this on a live show to somebody that has a pretty decent following, and like, this is gonna backfire really, really bad on him. And it already has. So I just don't understand what something had to have happened in his life. And I was talking with somebody yesterday, and they think from listening in that something recently has happened in his life that has mentally impacted him to where he's just completely lost it. And he's using me as kind of a scapegoat for the internal pain that he's suffering. But he's obsessed over me for 12 years on this. But he's finally found the nerve to like reveal himself again. And it's man, I tell you, I wish I didn't have to listen to it, but it's at the same time, I think a lot of positives are going to come from it.
And that's true. That thing you're saying about him, like just letting it all out right now. Like I've been following you for years, and I've never seen this guy. And all of a sudden, he's just going nuts. It's just a full attack.
Well, he's been spamming the chats and everything as fake identities. And he's been hiding himself in this, and now something has happened where he's decided to reveal himself again. And I think, and he's so hell-bent, he knows every little detail as far as like, or he thinks he knows like career-wise on things. Like if you listen to him talk, like the fact he thinks like my Mark Henry match at WrestleMania, he thinks I botched my finish and fell on my face for real. And I just like it. He doesn't talk like a rational human being, but he's obsessed with every little detail of like things, and like he wants to prove to people that I'm a horrible person, and that's what he's convinced himself of. And so he's just trying to convince everyone that I'm this evil human being and I'm not who I am. And I just think he doesn't know who he is, and he is completely lost.
it's funny and sad at the same time.
Yeah.
It's just, I mean, it's funny how over the top he is, but the shit he's saying is just, it's insane.
Well, he's cracking under pressure too. You got to understand.
He's cracking under the pressure.
He's
saying all this stuff about he knows where your mom lives and he's gonna kill your mom, do blah 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 blah. He said he didn't even know what she looked like until you posted a picture.
Yeah,
on Wednesday.
He doesn't. He's just going off of things he hears in online.
Yeah, that's it. He's finding ways online. Like there's tons of ways you can find out.
Yeah, what he's doing, and he's got. I can tell you, he's got quite a few things completely wrong. His things are outdated, different things. So but what he's trying to do is, he's a fragile little boy. So you got to understand, this guy, like, he's not used to either. His whole life has been hiding and running. And Chase is probably not even his real name, and he's just always been. People are always chasing him, and he's using a fake identity. There's some persona that probably has been killing animals from a young age. He's mentally demented, but he's always been hiding. And now something has happened, and he goes, "I'm going to be known." And he's getting the spotlight on him a little bit. And what people don't understand is, like, one, I'm trained professional of it, being in the most high pressure situations, and have been doing this stuff and dealt with a lot of bullshit. Most people can't handle when the spotlight is on them, and when your body starts tensing up and your breathing gets constricted and everything, your nerves and your adrenaline starts going out of control. Most people can't handle that pressure. And I can hear it because I recognize it in his voice when he's talking. He now realizes everything is coming to fruition, and he's saying all these crazy things, but he's like, deep down, he's really, really fucking going through all these emotions of, like, he can't handle this within, which is why he never got into wrestling. He loves WWE, and he never had the courage to go for it. He says he loves MMA. He's never had the courage to go for it. He says he wants to do all these things to me. He's never had the courage to do it. This guy had the opportunity to take me out in 2011 at Gold's Gym when I supposedly gave him a dirty look. I was 30 pounds underweight. I couldn't work out, hadn't worked out in months, on crutches, had a wheelchair in my car, on crutches to go into the gym with everything. He had the opportunity at me at my absolute weakest, with a fucking completely malfunctioned broken leg with nerve damage, to come and take me out. And he lacked the courage to do it then. And I know this with him. He is a fragile little scared little boy in probably a fat little stumpy man's body. And he's trying to use all these fear tactics, and he doesn't scare me. And that is driving him crazy. Now everyone's getting this attention. He's on all these accounts trying to hide everything, and he's never fucked with anyone at my level. So he's gotten away with a lot of shit for a lot of years. Now he's fucked with the wrong guy. He keeps saying, "Oh, he's the wrong one." No, I'm the wrong one, motherfucker. And knock, knock, shell shock. We're coming to get you and get you for good. And that's it. And now he's going through all these emotions now. But that's who that guy is. Just a scared little mark, just fucking in a fat, stumpy body. And there's not a goddamn thing he could do about it.
That's well said. That's because I was listening to that live stream, and he was saying once you gave him that dirty look.
Yep.
He went home.
He went home and then called me and threatened to kill me rather than coming and confronting me.
The funny thing is, he said he's not the type of guy that stands for that. He stands up for himself, but then he goes home and calls. Why doesn't he say something then in the gym?
Exactly.
Like he says all this shit. He's gonna kill people. Blah 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 blah. Like he's a little bitch, Ryback, and I would love to see you face to face, shell shocking him onto a pit of spikes.
Oh, there wouldn't even be a shell shock. That would be a straight KO, TKO right off the bat. He knows it too deep down. He knows he is in nowhere near my league of caliber of a human being or a man and a fighter. And he had his thing, and he wants to say he's an MMA fighter. He's not. He's just a guy, and he probably shit talks all the MMA fighters all day long under his hundreds and thousands of accounts and all the bullshit. And he just fucked around with the wrong one. He thinks nobody cares about me and all this other stuff. We are going to all come together, and we're going to fucking get him. And I can't wait when the name comes out and the picture and it is released, and then the search, and he's going to be found. And that is coming out very, very soon. There's things going on that he is completely unaware about. And it's going to be a beautiful process when it plays out.
I can't wait for it, Ryback. And until then, just keep doing what you're doing. You're handling it like a pro. We're all watching this.
Thank you.
Like you were funny on that live stream. You were funny. Like you were constantly making me laugh.
Thank you.
Like you handle it like a pro, man. And we're hoping the best.
Thank you. And I tell you, there's one thing. I'm not letting this guy disrupt my life in the sense of all my priorities have gone in. We're going to find him. And so that I can, and all my everything with Goldberg, everything is on hold until we find this motherfucker on that. But I'm going to continue with my routine, and he is not going to elicit any fear. Instead, I'm going to reverse it, and I'm going to use him. I'm going to make more money. I'm going to get more popular. I'm going to raise more awareness on my social media suppression, and we're going to fucking catch him and get him locked up forever, unless he gets taken out on the spot if he resists. But we're not going to let him win. And I just want him to know he's not eliciting any fear in anybody. Whether it's turning into the biggest fucking laughing stock. He thinks I'm a laughing stock. The world is laughing at him. And when TMZ picks up on this and his image is released and all of this and those cops show up, the game is over. The game is over, and it's all his own fucking fault. So I want him. I want the guy to get help. I would wish that none of this ever happened with this. But unfortunately, some of us are just fucking born with in a way that our lives are a complete fucking waste. And his is one of them. So.
Well said, man. Well said. Well, I'm gonna hop off. Hopefully, let some other people on. Maybe even Chase. Who knows?
Yeah. We'll have to wait and see.
To speak to you, Ryback. It's really cool that you do this with your fans.
Thank you so much, buddy.
We have a wrestler that does this. This is why you're a PG legend.
Thank you very much, buddy. Chase is gonna love that. You have a good one. Get some sleep. Good deal. Thank you very much, buddy. Awesome. You guys are awesome. I know Chase doesn't like it when everybody kisses my ass on here, and I don't think you're kissing my ass. I just think you're just good people, and I try to work hard to entertain, and this is all, everything going on this situation is very urgent and serious. But, I know you guys are listening to this, and, he's saying what he's going to say. How else is there to react if it just turns into a full-blown screaming match, which, he's talking the majority of the time. I'm going to have a little fun and try to be entertaining like I always do, whether it's a hit or a miss from time to time. And, it is what it is. But I got a show to run here still, too. We're not, we can't let him. And I do appreciate the fact that he does give me plugs for my show. And I'm really, really hoping he hops on today. I want to know what he thinks of my 35% off with discount code mental health on feedmemore.com. Free shaker bottles with all orders. We've got, let's see here. Dan, I'm going to get on. Robert looks like, let's see. Was Robert a real person? Was Robert on here before? Robert, welcome to the Ryback Show. Robert, you there? The microphone on the bottom left. On the bottom left, you just got to hit on.
Hey, what's up, man? Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. What's going on?
Hey, who the hell is this jabroni, man? Feed me this jabroni. I beat his ass too.
The whole world wants to beat his ass.
What he was saying to you, man, I heard the whole thing. It's like, it's kid shit, dude. I mean, if he's got a problem with you, he shouldn't bring family members. He shouldn't say people's dogs. That would piss me off too, man. I'd want to beat his ass. He sounds like a little freaking piece of shit jabroni anyway.
Oh, well, he is. And I know he's listening right now, and he's probably sitting there grinding rocks in his hand or banging his fist on the table, chewing on thumbtacks or something, in his little empty basement, wherever he has recording when he calls in. But yeah, brother, no tolerance for it. And that's why I'm going head on with this. No fear. I've taken the precautions to protect my family and my dogs and everybody. Other people have filed the complaints with the police department on everything for yesterday's threats. And he's crossed a line that there's no going back from now. So.
Yeah, I knew it wasn't part of the show. I'm thinking, holy shit, man, this guy is fucking out of his mind. I mean, but still, no, you don't threaten someone's family. You don't say, you can be a fan of somebody, and I understand being a fan. I'm a fan of you guys, and I'm Hulk Hogan, but I don't go around stalking people and saying, hey, well, you gave him a dirty look, he said, at the gym. I mean, that's ridiculous, dude.
Well, that didn't happen either. I have more information on things, and I can't talk about everything. But yeah, it's over literally nothing. But he has a very unhealthy, to say the least, obsession with everything. But it's not just me that this has happened with. He has a pattern in his life of doing this. And there's some things going on behind the scenes when the stuff comes out, I think he's going to be locked away for if not forever, for a very long time. It's very disturbing, some of the things that we're learning. So
Yeah, but do you know what this guy looks like?
yeah, we have. We have all that. And I've met him. I knew him from the gym. He was a fan from when I was in Nexus, and I answered some questions from him. And but we've got enough on him, and everything is we're moving in the right direction. Everything, and I fuck around with him on here, but like I'm not fucking around with, like, they are coming for him. They are going to locate him specifically, and they are going to find him. We have taken every precaution to make sure everybody is all right. We are safe. If he, for whatever reason, decides to fucking go on one last mission and try to get the courage to follow through, he is going to be shot dead on the spot. If he breaks in, comes in anything, there's people here like I am. The family has been protected and they are moved at night. Like I'm going to all lengths to make sure that if he does come, everything that he's trying to use to create fear is out of the question and in a safe place that he will have no idea about, and that he will be handled accordingly. And it is instructed to be taken out immediately if he proceeds to come on the property in any way, shape, or form. So I'm not worried one bit on anything with any of this. I know he's not even going to make it to that point. So.
Yeah, I mean, he put your address over the air. I mean, then he says about your mother. I mean, that's just ridiculous, dude. I mean, it's something like you said, you're not going to put up with it, and it's like, you got a problem with somebody, you go after them. Don't say, well, I'm going to do this to your mother or your dogs. That's, you know what, dude, that's just going to piss you off even more. I'm glad you kept a clear head about it, you know what I mean?
Well, he knows he can't hurt me, so that's why he's scared. So he's trying to use fear to create fear on things that I love to try to cause me pain. He just doesn't understand how easy it is to protect that and to put that in the people. I'm friends with multiple cops here at the North Las Vegas Police Department. I've got great people on my side with this, with the FBI, the Homeland Security, people in fraud investigation. So many people literally contacted me instantly. We want to fucking catch this guy because he is. The people have heard this guy for far too long now. And as soon as the FBI with everything they heard, literally, I mean, instantly, they were just like, this guy, we have to get him. Like, this is, and they're going to find so much more with all these accounts and all these other connections and the things and his prior existence to meeting me in 2011. There's a lot going into this, but he knows he can't hurt me. So he's trying to use it. Now he's cracking under the pressure. Well, I'm going to kill your friends. He can't kill everybody with it. And the problem is the world, this is getting picked up, and this is going to get much bigger really quickly here, really soon. He has no
intelligence.
No.
It's like every word that comes out of his mouth, F you. And it's like, dude, you can tell by the way he sounds. He has no goddamn intelligence. All he does, he likes to talk over you. He likes, you know what? It's like you said, even by me hearing his voice, I'm like, what a pussy motherfucker.
He thinks that he uses a website called TryHackMe to create the account. He uses a VPN scrambler. He thinks that this stuff is not, these people have so much more technology than whatever he thinks. He thinks he's safe, and he's not with this. And I think that his problem is he never has fucked around with somebody that I think that was able to pull this together with everything really quick, where he's gotten away harassing people for far too long. Now he fucked around and he found out really quickly that, like, this is, man, none of us like this. This is disturbing. I hope nobody ever has to go through what I've had to listen to with this and my family members. And, like, if he thinks like it's not happening with it, and I know, but he doesn't elicit any fear, and that's what I'm trying. I hope you guys can see that I'm not scared, and I'm taking this on head on. I don't know how many people would actually do this with it, but I go, no, motherfucker, you've gone out of your way for 12 years to try to fucking slander my name, put all this bullshit out, and to try to hurt me. Now it's my fucking turn. Zero fucking, I am not holding back, pedal to the metal. We are going to come for you. We're going to fucking take you out of this world, put you where you belong. I hope you get the help in that process. But you do not need to be in a functioning society, because you are not a functioning member of society. He is a detriment to society. He is a danger. I know other things about him. This guy needs to be caught. The FBI is well aware. Very long conversations with multiple people on this. They are treating this extremely urgently on their hand, and things are in process right now. So.
Anyway, Ryback, I'm going to let you go. I love the show. I love being on the show. I'll be back on again. I hope you catch this scumbag and put this guy away for good. And like I said,
I'll be back. I'll be following you guys. I'll be listening to every day. I gotta go to New York. I got a wedding to go to, a friend's wedding. So I'll be out of Florida for 5 days. I'll be back on the 4th. But anyway, you guys, man, everybody out there, hey, keep your ears open. Hopefully, you can put this piece of shit away. But anyway,
all right, bud.
love you still, like I said, and wish you the best of luck with everything.
Have a drink for me if it's an open bar, please.
Oh yeah. Let's go right back.
Good deal. Be safe, brother.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Awesome. Good deal. This is what I like. Nice people on the Ryback show. Let's bring in Dan. Dan has been contributing a little bit here all the way from England. Dan.
Hello, my man.
How are you?
I'm good, my man. Thank you. I don't have a lot of time. I'm actually on my lunch break at the moment at work, but I just wanted to give you a little heads up for what we spoke of earlier that I won't go into on here. But just to say, I've gone back about 6 years so far.
Okay.
Wrote a little program because he seems to have been a bit of a sloppy cunt. Oh, sorry, excuse my language.
That doesn't surprise me.
Quite a lot. To go over some old accounts to match some patterns of grammar and follows and locations. And he seems to have been very sloppy, at least in the earlier years.
Yeah.
That's something it's going to take a while for this program to compile things, but I'll send it to you. I think you know what I mean.
If you can, because those names, what we will do and what's going on, because everyone's working together. Every Twitter account, if you could send every name once you have them, that will get forwarded to the fraud investigation, who will then double check that to find the connection, just to double check, and then that will get sent to the FBI as well with that. But there's already other things going on past that. But every account that we get that he's connected to, this is very, very important.
I think one of the like you mentioned, he used that American Try Hack Me thing, which uses a very cheap, shoddy VPN service.
Yep.
But the one benefit of that is you can see which accounts are linked to which of these services, which makes it a lot easier to match these accounts. And it's a lot easier than but most VPN services around are cracked by the FBI anyway. They know how to get into them. So it's but I can't promise how long it's going to take. I don't get home till 2 a.m. my time. So, but I think the doors are closing in on this. Let's put it that way, without going into too.
Yeah, no, I agree. And Dan, I just want to say thank you, because I've never met you. I don't know you outside of just recently following you, and it really means the world that seeing you guys help come together with this, because this is a very extremely urgent matter. Every day matters. And
I had experience with a family member that was stalked. I've been a big wrestling fan for years, but this really just grinds my gears when I see this kind of shit, and I don't like it.
Yeah, no, I think it grinds everyone's gears. I don't think this is. I wouldn't wish this on anyone. So it means the world to me, and it's one of the cool powers of social media, with where we can come together and with a common goal. And I think the common goal is we need to get Chase fucking captured and locked up as quickly as possible. So thank you.
I couldn't agree more. No worries, my friend. Well, you have a lovely evening. I need to go back to work, but I'll make it more of a regular thing to tune into these things. So.
Dan, I appreciate it, brother, and be safe at work. All right.
You too, my friend.
All right.
Take care now.
You too. Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Dan, greatly appreciated, man. Greatly appreciated. There's a lot of really cool people. That's, it is, it truly touches me to see everybody come together with this. And, I joke around with everything on it, and I have the show, and my job as an entertainer is to try to be as entertaining as possible, and when we're literally dealing with a monster with this. And you guys, there's certain things I cannot say that they have learned. And we're dealing with a monster. And this is it. So but it is my duty also. We can't let this happen ever. To every bad person we get off of this planet or locked away, it makes it just a little safer. And I think we all share a common bond as humans. And this is in essence of what it is to be human, is love and happiness, and sharing those two emotions. I think ultimately that's what, we all want. And unfortunately, a lot of the hate and the evil and the bad things that happen in this world is from a lack of love and happiness. And I think this ruffles everyone's feathers, because you've got a monster not only me, but innocent little dogs and family members and elderly family members and friends and loved ones. And you just see it comes from a place of being hurt. And somewhere along the line of this man's life, there was deep trauma, pain, and from a lack of love and happiness. And it has turned into this monstrous, unhealthy obsession of not just me, but a lot of other things, where his entire existence is trying to cause pain and trauma to other people in whatever way possible with it. And in that, has caused himself even more pain by not living out his life, not establishing good relationships, not achieving goals and having goals and creating bonds, doing things that better himself. He's let this time of just obsessing over me and other things essentially waste his life. And it went from being a little kid to now in his 30s or 40s, and life is gone, and now it's over. And that is what he has now come to the realization on all this. And you could hear that in his voice and how absurd everything is. So, but this is playing out live for everybody. And again, I'm sorry, but I think we can all learn a lot in this as well. So. Let me see here. We will bring on. I'm not Dr. Phil. This is just my pro wrestling. I have read a lot of books and I do stay in Holiday Inns on occasion. So I know a little bit about a lot. I am not an expert by any means, in deep psychological analysis of humans, but I feel like I'm not wrong on this either. Let me see here. Skunk. Old Skunk. This could be anyone. Hello.
Hey, Ryback. Thank you, buddy.
How are you today, Skunk?
I'm all good, thanks. A bit of wrestling questions, mate. I want to just say, best of luck with what's going on. I've been following it, and hope you get that sorted, man. And we're all going to do our best as a community to try and help you.
Thank you.
But I wanted to say, Ryback, I wanted to ask you a wrestling question, mate, if that's okay.
Absolutely.
So, did you see the Forbidden Door, and what did you think of that Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay match?
I've not seen that. Did not order that one. I do want to watch that match. So that was actually one of the matches that I was interested in on it. And what I'm going to hopefully be able to, I'll watch at least highlights. And thank you for reminding me, because all this stuff has been going on with all of this.
Of course.
And I just didn't get it. I also, though, self-admittedly, I've never so I'm not not that I'm not a fan. I just haven't. The only Japanese wrestling I would ever, when I was in WWE or when I would watch tapes, I would watch some Japanese wrestling specifically just to try to get a move that I could use or alter to and I would do that with all kinds. I would watch all different wrestling, but I never specifically watched it religiously. So I am unaware of a lot of the Japanese talent with it. There's only so much. It's just never intrigued me. I've wrestled over there. I had a great experience over there. I am just a big fan of American wrestling. I grew up watching American wrestling. I love and respect all the different forms of wrestling and the styles of wrestling with it. But I just, for whatever reason, that has never caught my eye or my attention. Not to say, I think a lot of those guys, I'm seeing them on AEW is my first exposure to a lot of them with that. But that Forbidden Door is such a short program of these guys coming on TV, but it's a little bit of a disconnect for me. Whereas I'd rather just see the American guys highlighted, but I understand what it is and I respect what they're doing. And I think it's a great opportunity to raise awareness with the Japanese wrestling as well. So I don't hate it by any means. It just doesn't get me as excited as other things. But that particular match was something that I do want to watch from that. And I will get back and talk about it here in the near future.
I'm a story guy. I'm a WWE watcher, and I'm a story guy.
Yeah.
I'm a character guy. I'm a production guy and a presentation guy. This is why I like you so much as a wrestler. But I did catch it, and it'd be great if you just watched that one match. Fantastic. And speaking of moves in New Japan, I don't want to give you too many spoilers, but did you hear about the Tiger Driver 91?
No, Tiger Driver 91.
Tiger Driver 91 was done in that match, and honestly, Ryback, you want to see it? It was unbelievable.
I will, because both those guys are absolutely amazing. I have a lot of respect for those guys and what they're able to do in there. So I will. And Will has beefed up over the years and got himself to look like, because he was a lot lighter early on, I remember, and like he's definitely put the work into the weight room and made himself more believable. So as far as
he was like a Ricochet, wasn't he, Ryback? He was like a sort of Ricochet guy, but he looks to put a bit of beef on, so he can almost do all of it at the moment. And I'm like you, I never watched Japanese wrestling, but
yeah,
I just tuned into this one. And to be fair to Tony Khan, he did quite a good job of selling these matches to us, even though we don't sort of watch the Japanese stuff. So yeah, it's quite good. It's worth a watch. One more thing I wanted to ask you, Ryback, just out of, you're probably going to let us know if anything's happened. You've been busy, but is there any traction at all with you over injury? Have you spoke to any promoters or anything by now, or have we just got to wait and see on that?
Yeah, I'm literally going right now. The last since Friday, everything's kind of been like I'm doing all my rehab, everything. I actually took 5 days off to let my body rest because I hadn't taken time off from the gym in quite a while, in many months. But I'm doing my rehab, everything in the wet cupping. I'm getting better and better. It's going to come down. I really think like this piece of tissue in my trap and rhomboid where that wet cupping is taking out. We just got to get that to release fully. And once that releases, I'm going to be good to go. It can happen. I'm telling you, it can happen any day with weight, because that wet cupping less and less is coming out of that area. And the rehab is strengthening my stabilizing muscles. My weights have gone up in the rehab for the first time in 7 years, where I wasn't able to make any progress because everything was just so fucked. I'm actually now, the muscles are actually filling in and strengthening on that rotator cuff muscles. We're getting close. We're getting close with it. But yeah, I can tell you, and I just got a thing in for November for a huge event in LA for a promotion to possibly, I'm not going to give too many. I'm debating if I'm going to take this or not. It's a huge opportunity to go do something non-AEW or WWE. But stuff is coming in. I think as people hear that I'm getting better, I've other promotions, a Scotland one that I've worked for, promotions are starting to email again, asking when I'm going to be available. So no matter what, once I get cleared and I announce I'm cleared, I think it's going to be, I won't have to just try to go to AEW or Impact. I could actually just go do the indies and I think do extremely well if I wanted to go that route, or if that is the only route that is maybe, there might be AEW goes, hey, we want to see if you could still work. I might have to go do a few things, and I have no problem doing that with that.
That's so good to hear. Like, I think, no matter where you go, it really shows with sort of like ratings, it'll show like ticket sales and how much, you have been missed. And, I think you really, really have. And your character was one of them characters that was so, you were so unique, and you had the catchphrase. And again, like I said, I'm a WWE guy. I grew up, I like the catchphrases. I like the big guys. Yeah. I like the quick matches. I'm all about that. And you've really been missed, mate. So I'm really excited to see you come back. And I'll be following all the way. And that's all I wanted to say, Ryback. Thanks for taking my call, buddy.
You're welcome, and thank you, brother. I tell you guys, that stuff motivates me even more, and it's good to hear the good people and the support. So thank you.
Brilliant. Can't wait to see you back.
Thank you, Skunk. Can't wait to have you back on. Take care. Awesome. Good deal. Greatly, greatly appreciated. Taking a look here. Let's see. We got Batman, the Batman 402. Batman, is that you?
You goddamn right it is, sir. How you doing, man?
I'm well. How are you today?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm a little irritated, though. Not with you, but something to do with your situation. I work for a social media company. Not any of the ones that are sadly going to be helpful. It is driving me absolutely apeshit to see their lack of action here.
Yeah.
Seriously, I was able to pinpoint an address off of Willoughby Drive in Vegas for you yesterday.
Yep.
Doesn't look like any of the details really matches to the guy, unless the name Fabian Diaz rings any bells for you. But that's what I was able to grab. Twitter can get more than that with less work.
Yep.
So little surprise there. But that's the statement. I do have a question for you, if I may ask.
I want to just say to your statement with me sharing this publicly with everyone and doing what we're doing, this is my frustration in I haven't been able to communicate with Twitter for 7 years on the account being suppressed with everything with WWE, and they're partners with them. And Elon wasn't the owner of that during that. And things have improved here in the last couple of months since the attorney got involved, or the last month. where my account, my numbers are up from what they were tremendously, but I'm still not able, like even everything going on right now, this should all be going viral, and it's not on Twitter with everything. And it's showing in the Elon has come out and talked about the restrictive coding and everything going on. So this is frustrating because I'm hoping that this is going to get their attention if we get this coverage and pressure on Elon that I filed a complaint against the account on Friday that was active with it, that he first threatened me that he was going to put a bullet in my brain on air in front of everyone. And he'd already had other calls, and I detailed and gave them the context of everything going on in the Twitter report. And they came back 2 or 3 days later and said he did not violate the terms of service. And that is to me. And then since that has happened now, and the FBI and the police have been contacted, and the Homeland Security and the fraud investigation, all of this, the big piece of this is getting his name and picture on everything and getting this information that Twitter can get us right away every day. Now I'm being put in a position that I've had to take, cancel the appearances. The mother's not working, and the family's getting taken to a safe location during the evening. Like, we are doing things like that are affecting my life. And I'm because I refuse to let a motherfucker like this have any impact on my life with it. So I'm making sure, and I'm not going anywhere. I'm here, motherfucker, by the way. Come show up. Come fuck around and find out. There's zero fear. And you're going to meet some other people as well with this. But I think the fact that they are not helping speed up this process, every day and night that goes by is an opportunity that somebody could lose their life. A cop that gets involved in this could get shot and killed. Like, good people's lives are at stake here. People that I can't protect everybody, other friends that have had to file police reports. This guy and putting addresses of all my friends and wrestlers. WWE talent Dolph Ziggler has been threatened. I haven't seen WWE reach out to Twitter. I haven't seen them. Twitter's gotten DMs from me. Nothing on this. And now the FBI is handling things on their end, but days have been lost because of Elon's inaction and inability. And not to say that he's got a million other things going on, but Linda, the other woman, the Twitter support has been tagged in everything. All of you guys are tweeting all of this. This is fuck. Like, this should not be going on. And so it's beyond frustrating to sit back and to just sit them and not. And I hope this can be learned from on this situation where this stuff needs to be taken. This is happening on his Twitter Spaces. This is the 4th fucking time now, if he comes on today, that it's going to be happening. But on 3 occasions, in hour-long, 2-hour-long, and 2.5-hour-long detail of the things that this guy is going to do, and they are not helping. It's frustrating.
No, and what really, like, I watched yesterday, and I was really impressed with your ability to maintain decorum with everything he was spewing. But holy shit, the second he let out stuff about the dogs, I'm a dad dog myself.
Yeah.
I've got 3 dogs myself. They're my world, man. So I completely feel for you losing Sophie and things like that. It's shitty. When he did that, like, as weird as morbid as it may be to say, okay, threaten the man's mom, that's fine. That's kind of low-hanging fruit. But, you went after his dogs. Now you got a problem. Now you got all of Ryback's fans on you, dude. Are you stupid? Obviously, yes, he is.
Yeah, I agree.
But my wrestling question for you.
Okay.
Something I've always been fascinated by. I tried training myself years ago, and I could never get my head completely wrapped around the idea of calling a match in a ring versus playing it out beforehand. And you got guys that are famous for planning things out beforehand, like Macho and DDP.
Yep.
And I was curious if you can let us into some insight on maybe a match that you know for sure that is one of your top tier matches that was called in the ring. Like, all they were given was, all right, this is who's going over, figure it out. And if maybe you have a preference, or if it maybe leans to more who you work with, but what's better to you, calling it in the ring, planning it out beforehand, and a match that you know was called in the ring that you put up there on the list of greatest matches of all time?
So TV and pay-per-views, a lot of things have to be mapped out for camera shots. So sure. Because producers and then cameramen kind of got to be aware, and you have to, that's not to say every little thing, but there's a lot more, because you got to remember too, TV matches are timed. So you have to hit your times, or you have to hit it really close to them. So you get really good the more you do this at knowing how much 5 minutes is, or how much 10 minutes, or how much 15 or 20 minutes is. And so you kind of can you tend to lay a lot more out on that, because you have to be a professional and hit your times. And now there's some people that are not nearly as good as that. I always took pride I was pretty fucking had good record of getting my times right and being very close within them. And that takes two people to always do that in there with that. But part of that is laying it out and preparation and that. And so the calling on the fly would happen on live events a lot more, in the sense of, even then you would still have like the go home, and that you'd have some near falls planned out if you're going to have some back and forth, and let, you know, people get, you have a longer time to go, which happened a lot more on live events. But a lot of the talent, and I remember specifically with Seth and Rusev and Ziggler at different points, where you just kind of, and Cena, a lot of stuff is actually on the fly. A lot of the stuff with Cena main event matches, not TV as much, but the live events, almost all of it outside of the ending and the go home was on the fly, with like a lot of those live events and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and then you get good, and that's why I talk about it. I learned a lot, because here's where for me, and we did this in developmental, we'd have to go do matches on the fly in front of the other guys. And a lot of it's fear-based. Here's where I really got over that mental hurdle for me, because I remember being a kid fighting with my friends on the trampoline or out in the grass, and we'd be playing wrestling matches. Not once did I ever worry about not knowing what to do. But I think in wrestling, when you get in there and then you start learning, you sometimes start worrying about what do I do? You literally just go in there and be a kid, but you take the psychology and the things that you know, and you try to tell this story. But there's an endless amount of things that we could do. And then, but you got to learn to kind of communicate a little bit and talk. But essentially the key, and this for me anyways, in my experience of going in there and calling matches on the fly, is you just go in there and you have fun, and you forget about everything else, and you go fight. And you go and you'll get better at it. And you might make some mistakes or do things that people might critique, like you shouldn't have done that. Well, okay, fine. But you'll learn from that, and you'll know what to do on the next time. And so that's where it's kind of a mental hurdle. And at least it was for me, to just build that comfort, to have that confidence. But I got so bored on live events, planning everything out all the time. I just finally said, fuck it. And I went back to that mentality. I go, when I was a kid, I just fucking went out and just went. And when it just takes doing it once. And I'll tell you this, it is so much more fun and so much more adrenaline when you're standing in that ring and you don't really know what you're going to do to start off and to get going. And you just go and you lock up and you just start doing things. And like, it's a magical fucking thing that happens in the ring. And it doesn't even have to be A to Z, like on their bell to bell of everything. But when even doing half the match or 3/4 of the match and just going in there, that's the magic that I understand the business used to be, that I wish we could do more. But I understand why it went the route it did with TV and pay-per-views. And I do think that things could be, I think the quality could be better planning things out. But I think the ultimate best thing is a combination of both, because then the fans get the benefit of a quality match. The performers get the benefit of still getting to act and react on the different things. And like, I don't think everything should always be planned out, because that's very difficult. But you do need specific coordinated spots to be planned out, right? With timing and different things. But like, it is more exciting, at least in my experience from an adrenaline standpoint, to be out there and just to be working with guys. And like, when things go really good and you start like getting chemistry, and like, it's a lot of fun, man. And it's literally like getting to be a kid. And so that's the magic that I think can sometimes be lost if we don't call at least a little bit in there.
See, that's the one thing that drives me nuts, and it's the only downturn thing that I can say, negative thing about your career that I've seen, is I can tell from looking at the matches, like, okay, he had to have this planned out because of the level that you were at. Like the Cell match with Punk, you guys had to have talked about that out a lot.
Absolutely. Yeah, with producers and pay-per-view, and that was my first main event. They were with us all day.
Like the ambulance match that you did with Cena, some of the best matches that I saw you do, I was like, wow, this is really impressive. But there's no way he can just go out and call it. So I would love to see some of your live event matches if they had the footage of that.
Oh, they have them all on that, yeah.
That would be so freaking cool, because you just having fun and doing whatever would just be a hell of a time.
Yeah, but you get better. It's a difficult thing. A lot of guys, you got to understand though. But I'll tell you too, one of the things. But there is a higher risk of injury as well as going on the fly, because you're having to do things at a quick pace sometimes. Where if another guy doesn't understand something, so like there are a lot of positives to calling a lot of stuff in the ring. But like I think if you can at least go out there sometimes. And this is what I got to a point where I was getting bored, where I want to have fun. And I started getting more confident in that. And I just, like I told you, I went to that little kid mentality of just go out there and fucking fight. And if for whatever reason, yeah, it's going to work itself out. And like, I know, and I'm not going to just freeze and not do anything. And so like, I go, then just learn from your mistakes. And it got better and better and better. But it's the more stuff you do too, like on a high flying or different things, you got to map that out. But if you just do it a little bit, it really, because I'm not like trying to, I think all of us, like we hear old timers or people, oh, back in my day, we called everything in the ring. I'm not saying that. Like, but I said there's a good portions of things have gone out, and it is a lot of fun to do that and just to go out and experience that portion of the business that it was rooted from. And I have all the respect in the world for all the people that came before. And I'm sure they planned certain things too, but I do believe them when it was more on the fly. And I do believe that it was, because that was before a lot of the TV and production WWE stuff,
Yeah, totally. Well, man, thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate it. I hope everything goes well for you with the case and everything.
Thank you.
This can be put behind you fairly fast.
Well, thank you very much, brother. I appreciate it, and great questions.
All right, have a good one, man.
You
Bye-bye.
too. Bye. Awesome. Thank you very much, Matt. Very, very good. Let's see here. Derek Fannin. I've got a super chat as well I got to get to as well. Derek, are you there?
Yes, I am. How you doing, Ryback?
I'm well. How are you today?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Just hanging out.
What's on your mind?
When are we gonna get this guy, man? What's going on with this Chase guy? I can't believe this shit, man.
It's only a matter of time. I think the wheels are in motion, and I think it's only a matter of time. It is only a matter of time. So it's
he's gonna get his.
There's
what do you think will end up happening to this guy?
Well, he's going to be charged and prosecuted, and it's only a matter of how many years he's going to get. I think that it's going to depend. I'm telling you, the disturbing stuff. You would think that what he has said is the disturbing stuff. I think what they're gonna find is the disturbing stuff is in his past and the things that have gone unnoticed. So.
Well, what tripped me out, man, is this guy went to a WWE event that you were at and tried to get into.
Yeah, he got backstage, but that's crazy. He got apprehended. He had every opportunity to blindside me. I didn't even know he was back there. And then I don't know if it was in catering, and I don't know if I just looked up and saw him across, and he was like looking at me. And I recognized his face instantly. And then the WWE security was right there. And I go, this guy's threatened to kill me multiple times. Who the fuck let him backstage? The guy was Vince's personal, literally over there in a heartbeat. And they got him. And I thought they would have. At this time, none of this stuff. He just had called and threatened to kill me. I blocked him, hadn't seen him in a year, however long it was. So I didn't realize the depths of the problem that this was going to become with everything. And I hadn't heard from him. And he's been running all these spam accounts and hundreds, if not thousands of accounts obsessing over me. Like so
that is his picture?
No. That the picture on the thing is of Sonya Deville's stalker with it. Okay. That was an image that I got online that somebody was covering it. His image, I know what he looks like. And there's a very good possibility that all gets released today with it. There's multiple things going on. I can tell you right now that they're honing in on this, and I'm not gonna go into too much. Yeah, but all the logistics of it. I've been told I could talk about some things, and other things I've been told we're gonna get him. So
yeah, it's just oddly insane how the lengths this guy has gone to.
I agree, and this is everyday matters, and I'm hoping Twitter, like I said, really. There's things going on right now.
Yeah, they've been lagging, dude. They should have had this handled weeks ago.
Yeah. Well, I mean, last week is the first death threat that was made that I reported. That instantly should have opened the lines of communication because I've had my FBI contact since then. All they got to do is they don't even have to talk to me. Can you please give us your FBI contact? That then instantly that can be work together. Let's get this. And they have it.
What's going on with this Goldberg deal, man? Are we going to get this match or what's going on?
Well, everything I haven't. This has taken over my life since Friday of protecting my family. So I was supposed to hop on a call here and have talked to Bill, hopefully, and I've got a contact to hopefully have a conversation. And that is, I'm not even lying. I haven't thought about it once since Friday because of everything going on. So
this guy's actually in Vegas too.
No. So they believe he's using a VPN scrambler. And he's just bouncing around different locations. I know multiple things that I could say. One thing, they could be possible he's in the Midwest. But I'm going to let the pros do the work on that.
Yeah.
And I know if he tries to run, they're going to find him. He doesn't understand how powerful this is about to get. Once his image is released.
He's like a nerd. He's
Yeah.
one of those wrestling nerd guys that just he's gonna end up doing some hard time, man. You cannot threaten people like he has.
No.
He's nuts.
No, and I've known this for a long time, but they're going to find, like I said, the harassment online on the amount. I bet you the accounts are going to go into the thousands. They're going to find, if they look, he's been responsible for spamming my YouTube chat for years. I couldn't figure it out. Somebody would instantly be able to have other accounts after they'd get blocked. And I always said, there's one fucking person doing this, and it's him. And the spam on the spam on the chat has stopped since he's been on the show. So
yeah, I mean, it takes a really good computer guys to switch the IP addresses around. Say you're in the UK, you can do all kinds of stuff on their computers.
Yeah.
But still, I mean, this guy, he's going to get his, but it's just, we need to get back to everything and get this guy taken care of so you can get back to focusing on getting in the ring and getting this, this great comeback.
I'm telling you, this is God's way of saying, how bad do you want it, big guy? You always hear like you have to overcome hurdles and like everything that's gone on. I just literally, the moment this happened, I go, of course, this is, I've got to now back up my words of the hashtag finish it, every match, finish it. Like, I got to finish this now. This is the last little hurdle before we get cleared. And but I'll tell you, it's going to be a great peace of mind to know that this is gone. And the amount of hate that was going on with this, it is going to be a relief to see that is gone. So.
Ryback, another thing real quick. Did you see Kenny Omega the other night get dropped on his head, dude?
No, but the other guy was just asking me, I got to watch the match. He says I need to watch it.
Yeah, you need to go on there and watch him and Ospreay at that pay-per-view, man. They say it's not a botch, but man, Kenny took one on the neck. I'm surprised the guy even is walking.
And he just had the neck injury a couple years ago.
Yeah,
the year and a half.
Bad.
Ooh.
It's a bad finish. I'm surprised they allow that finisher.
That was the Tiger Driver 91, right?
Yep.
That's what. Yes, I'm going to go back. I'm going to look at. I want to see it on YouTube right after this. Yeah, man. Any move coming on your head like that it scares me every time because I've been dropped on my head and it went into my arm for a period of time, and I had to do a neck traction thing I had to do neck traction on the road for almost a year in my hotel room every night, and it all came back. I didn't miss any time with it, but I could tell you. And that was like I don't know, it was much more than a stinger because it went all the way into my arm and my arm got weak with it. But it was like what Daniel Bryan had, but mine was in my neck and my left shoulder. And I could tell you it was on AA with Cena. He AA'd me one night and it wasn't directly on top of my head, but we came down and I landed, my back of my head hit the mat as I was coming down and it was just enough to jar everything. And no fault of any, just things happen when you're in there. It's a very physical and but that stuff, when guys come down directly, like Austin with Owen Hart, it just takes one time and your whole career could be over. I'm not the biggest fan of, I'll never tell guys not to do anything. It's their own bodies and their choice that you won't see me, taking that.
I would never take a pile driver or any of those, a DDT, even sometimes, depending on who would be the one doing it.
Yep.
Those are dangerous, man. But I mean, who's the best you've ever been in the ring with as far as just overall athleticism, just everything? Who do you think your best opponent was?
So I don't think it does credit to say just like the best. Like everybody at that level is great for the most part. Everyone has different styles. I think it's always easiest to wrestle guys with guys that are smaller, and not even necessarily like a lot smaller, but like Seth Rollins, his style is really easy for me because I can do every power move to him. He's great with his body. He has his wide array of arsenal of offense in there. And so it creates for a very exciting storytelling of a hybrid power versus, a guy that can do some high flying and he can move around and he's got some versatile offense in there. Guy like Kalisto, very easy as well. A little more difficult at times if there's a huge weight advantage, but it's still pretty easy to tell a really good story and to let that and play out over a period of time. And that's why me and Kalisto always had fantastic chemistry and we got along great. And it's those kinds of matches are really fun because we can have a lot of exciting things. Whereas opposed, if I'm wrestling a Big Show or a Mark Henry or even like a Kane that are really, really big, I could still do a good portion of different power moves on them with that. but I'm also, and I could always get them up and do my finisher and different things, but I'm also the smaller guy in the match because those are giants. So it creates, and they're a lot of fun to do, but it's a different style match where there's not as much. It's always good to have some, because they're powerhouses as well. And there's people that love that, and they are fun to do. They're great for live events, but like it's good to just have a mix. And sometimes the smaller guys can create for a really exciting match at different points, because the style, people are seeing two styles in one, as opposed to one style in one match. But everything is depending on. I love all of it. It's just it's fun to mix it up.
Ryback, are house shows better than pay-per-views? Are they funner to wrestle at?
More fun, yeah. Well, you got to remember, you're not on camera. You're not dealing with producers. You're not having to recite your match back to people. You're able to do more stuff on the fly. The people there are there to have a good time. They're not being televised. They're not caring about making noise for TV. They're just there to have fun and be loud with it. And so it's a much more relaxed atmosphere where we get to just go out there, and we're not, you try to hit your time still, but you're not going to get in trouble if you go over a little bit or go under a little bit. It's really, it's where the real joy and love for wrestling can happen without the high pressure TV situations. Because no matter what, and I'm used to all of it, and it's actually being in those situations are a lot of fun too. But you get to kind of, that like you're not gonna have to worry about bunch of bullshit on social media after the match or this and that or whatever the case may be. It's just, man, it's just a relaxed, cool atmosphere with people that want to watch wrestling and people, the wrestlers that love to go do it.
So basically, a house show is just wrestling.
Yeah, and you continue your storylines on TV as far as maybe how the match will go and different things to connect the dots for the audience there. But you got a couple TV producers that are there. They're in charge. You've got your referees and your wrestlers. You get to the building. I used to get there. You can get there an hour or 2 hours before the show starts. You're not there all day hanging around the arena waiting to hear what you're going to do for TV. Like it's just a cool, relaxed atmosphere. And Vince or the writers and all, none of those people are there. It's like it's like you're not worried about walking on eggshells, or you're gonna have to go get yelled at by someone, or like it's just. And granted, you got to go perform. Like if you're performing, they watch everything and be like, if you're not performing, but it's just once you're in the groove and going, it's almost like days off essentially before going to TV, if that makes sense. Even though but it's a mental day off almost, because it's not the pressure of TV and pay-per-view.
Now, one more question, and I'll take it, because I can take up your whole day, but I'll let you go after this question.
I appreciate you not chasing me. Chase likes to do that.
Is it better to work with a buddy, per se? Like, say you guys have a great friendship, so you say, well, you know what, let's work together for a month or 2 months and make some good money.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, so I think when you have that, and so here, you want to know why that works so well?
Yeah.
Is because you communicate. Usually when you're friends, you communicate better. So when that happens, you can bounce ideas off each other, and you can actually make promo segment. You can like, look, what can I say? What can I say? Because you have a direct, better line of communication because you're already friends, where you're not worried about maybe offending somebody or you haven't worked with them before. You're not nervous because you already have a good relationship with them. And that, like, anytime I got to wrestle Dolph or Wade, or Heath or any of it, it was a fucking night off, because it's like, we're friends. It's like, so we know you're not like, your ego doesn't get involved. Like if you're told, like, right, like I remember this happened when Dolph put me over most of the time. There was one time in that they asked me, they go, Dolph, to put him over with his finish. You don't even think twice. Like your mind's not, you're just like, yeah, I'm just going to wrestle with my fucking friend. And like, yeah, I want to, and I always had a good attitude with all that anyways, but it makes it even easier when it's someone you like. And it makes it where you're not caught up in all the bullshit that can sometimes get.
I'm telling you, I've seen at Sacramento, I've been to many house shows, and it just seems to me like, and I've been to pay-per-views.
Yep.
And Jericho, and everybody, Edge, well, I call him Adam, but they all seem just so happy, and like they break character, and they talk to us outside by the limo and stuff, and like they were like real dudes. And then even Jericho, he was like, get out of the way, guys. I got to go to San Jose. I got about 2-hour drive, so get out of the way. And it was awesome.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is, because you're not going to get in trouble for having a good time. You got to understand too, TV, you're in with TV and the cameras are on. and you're working, in front of millions as opposed to a few thousand or 4,000 or 2,000 or 2,500. And so you can let the curtain down a little bit at times, and you're not going to get in trouble. And like I said, the people, they're there to watch wrestling because they love it, and the wrestlers get to go wrestle the thing that they love doing as kids. And you get to, I always tell you, like after the shows, I'd go sign for everybody at the shows, especially when I'd be the last one to leave and people were still waiting out there. And like I knew that was the last one. It's like, they're like, fuck, it's a cool thing. And that's why I like interacting with you guys and talk. It's actually really cool to have relationships with people and meet people from all around the world and the country and wherever you're going. And like, it's the common goal is everyone loves wrestling. We just happen to be blessed and with the ability to go do it, or something happened in our lives where it lined up, where I was able to go do it. So but we all share the same love of wrestling. It's just, there's a respect factor with that. And that's why I always said I love just watching wrestling when I never hated anyone. And so I always just appreciate when there's good people, because I feel like those are the people I identify with how I always viewed the product. So.
Well, you know what, man? God bless. I hope you take care of this stupid maniac, man.
Thank you. Yeah.
Be in touch, Ryback. I mean, I'm always on. Sometimes I say I want to talk, sometimes I don't, but I'm always here for you, and I'll be tuning in and just, stay hungry, brother.
Always, brother, and you're welcome on anytime. Thank you.
All right, Ryback. Take care.
Take care.
Bye.
Awesome. Great questions. This could be Chase. Oh no, that's Gary. Gary, I want to wait a second here, brother. I want to see if we get, let's see, Super Tech. This might be a good one. Super Tech, are you there?
Yeah, man. What's up, Ryback?
Not much. How are you doing today?
I'm doing wonderful, man. It's sunny and hot as fuck over here on the East Coast in the fucking ocean, but I'm doing all right, man. And no, I am definitely not Chase.
Yeah, no, I saw your thing, but you're because he likes to create profiles of different things, of things he's not. And I read, your profile was interesting. It says, I work on really tall poles in the ocean that rely on wind to produce electricity. And and I go, that sounds like something Chase would write, because he's not that.
Shit. Maybe I need to.
No. Don't please. That's what you do. Don't change that. That's what's on your mind.
Oh, dude, I just wanted to give you a call and just say, man, I hope you bury this piece of trash 6 feet deep, dude. He's a fucking scumbag, man. But it definitely makes for some good comedy. That's for sure.
Well, thank you. Yeah, no, I like I said, hopefully this is all coming to an end very soon. So
yeah. I mean, I don't really think I had any questions for you, man. I just want to come on and show my support and stuff. And
no, I appreciate it. Yeah, you're more than welcome to, and thank you for doing that. And you don't always have to have a question. I always say questions, statements, concern, anything. And it's just good to mix it up with you guys, and hopefully we all see this come to an end really soon. And thank you for the support.
I do have one statement.
Okay.
Sure. Chase, fuck you pathetic piece of shit. All right, Ryback.
I love it, brother. Thank you.
See you, man.
Good.
Take care.
You too. Be safe.
Yep, always, man. See ya.
Awesome. There we have it. Chase, how do you feel about that? I know you're listening out there, Chase. Getting a little nervous, buddy? You haven't came on today, Chase. If you're on the chat, Chase, give me a little notification. Chase, give me a wave. Nobody else do a wave, only Chase. Let's see. Chase, if you're on, give me a wave. Jose, is that you? Chase, give me a wave. You want to come on? Would you go one more, Chase? We don't know. We probably don't have many more of these. You want to do a part 3 today, Chase? I know you're out there, buddy. You're watching. My name is Daryl. They did a wave. Let's see. Is Daryl Chase?
not Chase.
Ah, you tricked me.
It's the little big guy again.
How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm just here at the Feed Me More Entertainment mobile office on the beach.
Good deal. Any questions today?
No questions. Statements. First thing I gotta get out the way is you are right about Twitter, because I did this. I told you yesterday I was gonna subscribe. I subscribed and it charged me, and it's still not showing subscribed on your thing.
Really?
Yeah, I have no idea why they did that, but I took screenshots to show Twitter support that hey, it's not subscribed.
Because I haven't seen you added on there because I check that every day. So
I'll do it again. You know what I mean? But they
don't do it if it charges you again. Though, don't. I would definitely send a thing into Twitter on that. I would. Maybe they didn't charge you. I don't know if you can tell or not if they did.
No, they did.
They did. Maybe just wait and see if Twitter gets back. I would open up a thing and see. Or I don't know. That's odd.
Yeah, I mean, we'll get it figured out. I just wanted to let you know. I had tweeted you screenshots too, but I figured you didn't see it.
I didn't see that. No, but I will. What is your? Hold on. Let me see your name because I have a good memory on this. Daryl DeQuici. Okay. DeQuici. I will. I'll pull you up on that after and see.
Yeah, it's crazy. The next thing, while the big guy, the big boss, is looking at that. To all the fans out there, thank you for supporting the big guy. Feed Me More Nutrition. He is not just a wrestler; he is an entertainer. He's at the point of entertaining now, so he's on top of wrestling already. Got to get the big guy in some movies, and I wanted to give you guys some info. Chase and Goldberg both have something in common.
What's that?
You're both scared of the big guy.
Hey, I didn't say that. Well, Chase, we know clearly is Goldberg. I'm giving the benefit of the doubt, still, but yeah, it would appear.
The big guy didn't say it. I'm saying it. The manager said that Goldberg is scared. He would have answered by now. Maybe, no, kind of.
Yeah.
Ryback's too big. He would have at least said something. He's scared.
We got to get his attention a little more here. So maybe Chase can talk about that. I want to get Chase's feedback on the Ryback versus Goldberg match.
Yeah, I mean, they're sharing the same feeling. So, I mean,
he might be able to speak a little better on what Bill's going through.
Yeah. Resonate with being scared of the big guy. I mean,
awesome.
We're scared of the big guy, and now we just added these two to the list. So, I mean, hey, it is what it is. Maybe one day Goldberg step up to the plate, be a big man, and get shell shocked. Finish.
Oh, I would love that. All right, brother. Well, I'll check into the thing and hopefully they get back to you, but we'll get it all sorted out.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a great one.
You too.
Good deal. Let me see here. Jose looks a little suspicious. Jose Rodriguez, Lick My Meatballs. At Lick My Meatballs. This sounds like a Chase name if I've ever heard one. Hello, Jose. Is that you? Lick My Meatballs. Are you there?
Hello.
How are you today?
I'm great, man. How you doing?
I'm good. Where are you at?
I'm in Massachusetts.
Good deal. What's on your mind?
Oh, no, I just wanted to make a quick statement about it yesterday because I was listening and the whole craziness of the guy stalking you and stuff. And
yeah,
like, oh my God, man! Like, I didn't understand his motive, to go after you and your family like that. That's just crazy. Hopefully he gets caught soon, man, and everything gets solved. And I hope to see you in the ring again. I was a fan when you were in WWE.
Thank you very much. He will be. And man, honestly, you guys, it means the world with all of you guys stepping up and showing your support. And we're doing everything we can. So it is the top priority. My life is on hold a little bit in the sense of this is he wanted my attention. He got it. And we're giving him the full attention, and he's going to get even a lot more than he probably anticipated. And because there's zero tolerance for this. Life is tough enough as it is. We all have things, but when you do go the route that he's going, and it is, I'm not going to tolerate it. and we are going to get him. And I tell you one thing that's going to fucking happen for sure is when he's locked away, if he gets to that point, unless he resists, which I hope to God that he does, and then they go ahead and take matters into their own hands. But if he apprehended and charged and prosecuted and put away, I am going to do a video fucking vlog and go visit him upon my return and put it on YouTube. One last one of visiting Chase in prison. So it will make my day, and just sitting outside the cell and take a little selfie with him with that feeding time. And that will be the Chase's goodbye to the world. So
yeah, you got anything coming up? Because I'm not like up to date. Like, do you have any like wrestling coming up or?
Not yet. I got to get cleared. That's hopefully here in July. We're going. Every day is like work is being done. The rehab, the wet cupping, and we got to just get one thing to get cleared on my shoulder. I just needed the scapula to get released in one little spot, and we're going to be off to the races. So.
Awesome. Is there a specific company you're trying to shoot for, or?
Yeah, no, there's going to be, I think there's, I've talked about it with obviously everything with AEW and them being, in me walking away and leaving wrestling and getting my health back. I clearly, if I do this, I want to get them, I want to do this on the biggest stage and where you get the most attention, and everything that I have with my business. It would be the most beneficial place for me to go from a business standpoint in my show and everything that I'm doing. It will allow me to grow at a much faster rate than I have, and it can also help me with my social media issues, possibly. Right. In which that's also being worked on right now behind the scenes with another friend that's very powerful. The other alternative is having the luxury of, and that doesn't necessarily have to even be full time. That could be on a deal to deal basis, also depending on how things go. I think, and I've already seen the interest on the independents from big promotions on different ones, on holding larger events. There's, like I said, there's just one coming up at the end of the year in LA that just came in. I haven't even got back to because it came in yesterday with all this craziness. That to come in on a show for the LA Coliseum or at Dodger Stadium, which could put me in a very good position to do something at a very high level and see how many people we could draw to that, in which they will draw with this promotion with what they're doing most likely. So there's going to be options, man, where I because everything that I'm doing, and even if I have to go do that for a while, I'm going to be so happy getting to do what I love. And I can use that footage on my YouTube. I think at the end of the day, I'm just being, I want to be on TV. I love entertaining, and I want to be around in that adrenaline. Nothing is the same as wrestling on pay-per-view or TV in front of that and being in front of millions of people. That to me is, at this stage of life and everything going, would be the most beneficial and the most fun, but a lot of fun could be had going the other route as well. So, and there's, Impact is something that doesn't get talked about enough. And I've got a lot of friends over there, and they love it. And they say, that could be a possibility as well. And depending, there's a lot that discussions need to take place. But like I said, the main thing is get cleared, and then I can kind of have those conversations and see what the route could be possibly. So.
Yeah. When they were doing you a big push, man, on WWE. My wife, she's not a big wrestling fan, but when you're on TV, man, she was like, "Oh my God, there's the big guy right there."
Oh man, thank you so much. That to me, that lets me know that I was doing something right then, because to get non-wrestling fans to pay attention is not easy. So thank you.
Yeah, so man, God bless, and stay safe, man.
I will, and you also, and you're welcome on anytime, Jose.
All right, thank you.
Take care.
You too.
All right. Let's see here. Michael, we'll bring on Michael. Chase, where are you at? Chase, give me a little notification. I don't know if Chase isn't coming on. Chase might be a little scared today. Mike, how's it going?
Hey, how you doing, big guy? How you doing?
I'm well. I feel like I'm talking to another big guy.
I am.
I read the profile. What how tall and what do you weigh?
I'm 6'2", 380.
So you are the bigger guy officially then for this show.
Yeah, I'm on a weight loss journey right now.
I tell people though with my name, I go, I'm the big guy. I go, I'm not the biggest guy. I'm a very honest advertiser. I go, but there are bigger guys out there.
Yeah, I want to get down just a little bit smaller. I got you and Eddie Hall kind of inspiration right now, so I'm trying to just get a little bit better.
I understand. We always, man, it's when I'm cutting, I want to get bigger. When I'm getting bigger, I want to cut. Like it's, but I bet you're pretty damn strong right now.
Nah, I wish. No, but I had a question. I'm sorry if this has been addressed before because it's from many years ago. I say 2012, I guess.
Okay.
Wrestling Observer reported that you and Brock Lesnar got into an altercation backstage.
Yeah.
Is that true?
No. So I have talked about that multiple times. And so this is where it's so crazy where these lies even came from. And I remember hearing about that later at a time when I was up there. So what happened is I had it was a pay-per-view match with, if you remember Hunico and Camacho.
I do not know.
So Hunico ended up was Sin Cara, played Sin Cara after the original Sin Cara left. Hunico was and it had Donnie Marlowe, who then became Camacho, who was Haku's son. I had a pay-per-view match with, it was either a 2-on-1 or a 1-on-1 with Camacho as when I was being built up still. And I went from the local competitors to fighting some of the regular WWE talent. That match was the first time that I was going to officially get taken off my feet on TV. And it was the only time that happened up to this point where he was going to give me a forearm to the face. And I think Arn Anderson was our producer. And I remember Camacho, who I got along with very well in Florida Championship Wrestling, and always loved Haku, and his dad always was so cool with me. But I told him, I go, really lay that in. I go, I want this to be really believable. And you don't have to tell them twice on that. And he laid it in, and it got my eye. My eye was bloodshot. So I got out, and took that bump. We do the match, everything went as planned. But my eye was bloodshot for like the next 2 weeks on TV. So that happened. And then I don't know if that came out at the time because I wasn't reading any of that stuff. I was oblivious to all this stuff at the time. I learned later on that it said Brock Lesnar and me got into an altercation or something with all of that. And that Brock roughed me up and like punched me and beat me up. And I go, what? Me and Brock have always had pleasant interactions. He used to use my workout bands all the time because I had the more difficult workout bands to get pumped up with before you loosen up before you go out. And but there was never, there wasn't even never like one time of like any confrontation or physicality. So I've always been fascinated with where the fuck did that lie come from? And was it done to try to make me look like less credible as a monster at the time? Because that's what I felt like when I found out. I go, that was someone in WWE trying to make me look like I'm not a tough guy or something. Like, because the way that it came out and it was reported, it made me look like a real bitch. It made me look like I tried to start a fight with Brock, and then Brock beat me up essentially. And like that was whatever. And that's when I knew, when I go, this guy is poison as far as Meltzer. I go, because there's no fucking validation. There was no fucking, verification, no running checks on anything. I go, who the fuck fed him that news? And why the fuck would he put that out without knowing the facts on somebody? That's like a detrimental thing that you don't put out on someone. Luckily, it never hurt me with anything. And not most people on TV watching aren't reading fucking Meltzer shit outside of the internet wrestling people. So, but complete bullshit. I would love to talk to Dave about that. Like, I would love to hear where the fuck he got that news and he felt the need to report that. He never once reached out, never got an email or anything or social media thing. And like, hey, can you give any insight? Like, it's just crazy the shit they'll come up with on things. So,
yeah, that's what I wanted to ask because it's like, I know how some of these people are. It's even WrestleLamia on YouTube. I don't know if you ever watch them, but they seem not to say the nicest things about you when they can bring you up too.
Wait, who's that?
And WrestleLamia.
Oh yeah, that's another thing. Those guys, what happened? I'm pretty sure that's all in connection with WWE and just trying to just slander my name as much as possible. I've seen they got blocked many years ago, and what happens, and I can tell you what happens with a lot of these. They get blocked by me early on for reporting something stupid, like the Meltzer. As soon as that, I just block. I'm not going to deal with fucking pieces of shit like that are trying to make money and just trying to hurt people for no reason. I just think it's a horrible way to make a living. they got blocked many years ago. And then after they got blocked, it's almost like the Chase obsession that's going on. They then become obsessed with me and just put out as much negative shit as they can. And so that's all that is. I would tell people, I go, I'm not going to, I wouldn't watch that stuff personally. I think it's very unhealthy because I know the lies that they're putting out with me. So I know they're probably doing it with others as well. Too, I just think it's an unhealthy way to get wrestling news. And if you know that they're putting out things, unfortunately, I know that though, a lot of people don't. So they watch it and consume it. They do, they do good numbers, but I would love if they, again, I would love to have a conversation on their things, on why they put out what they do. And I think anybody I've ever done that with, they end up looking pretty bad because they're running on lies and I'm running on the truth. So it's easier to tell the truth than try to remember all the fucking lies that you're doing,
It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate it, man. I wanted to ask you because I was thinking that was bothering me. I was like, I gotta get out here and see if I can actually ask this guy.
No, dude, I appreciate it. I wish more people would because it's, it is what it is. Unfortunately, when you do this, people are content creators. These people they're going to try to get clicks and make money any way possible. It's just unfortunate. Like I hope to God I never become that in any way, shape, or form because I just don't agree with it.
Nah, and that the only thing I gotta say is, Chase, if you're listening, enjoy your cellmate. His nickname will be Anaconda Joe. Guess why you got that nickname? Well, have fun.
Thank you, brother.
Hey, God bless, man. Take it easy.
You too. Yeah. Oh man, that was great. Thank you very much. Let's see here. We'll try to get another one. Chase might not be coming up. Chase, you're in here. ETZ LGFG. Are you Chase? Give me a wave if you're Chase. If you're not Chase, no waves. This is a very serious thing. I don't want people. Don't wave if you're not Chase. If you do, you're really disrespectful. ETZ LFG. No. James, I see a wave over there. Let me take a look. No. Do one more call for the day. I was trying to get Chase on it. Interesting. Chase is showing a little fear finally here. Not coming in. Good to see. Good to see. Love to see it. Good to know we got him rattled a little bit. I'm going to bring this one in. We're just going to take a look. Hello.
Yo, what's up, Ryback?
Not much. How are you? Welcome to the Ryback Show.
Doing good, man. I'll make this real quick. So I missed your whole monster run and actually got into you when you had that ambulance match with Cena.
Okay.
So I'm really into like the bully Ryback. But I've been dying to ask this question forever. When you randomly would come out and walk around the ring, what was the direction that was supposed to go?
Yeah, great question. I've been asked that a couple times. So during that time, if you remember, this is when I became very frustrated with the things going on in WWE. I think because I was the Rybacksel period and we were not getting answers and it was really, really fucked up. And that was after the Punk bullshit had happened. And Vince was not being, even though I'd go talk to him quite a bit on things and I go, this punishment shit has to stop. And he goes, you're not being punished. I go, you ain't fucking booking me like you were. Like and not in that like cussing at him, but having conversations like this is not what we were doing before. Like what clearly when we're not getting an entrance and yeah, we were being used on everything, but like something had changed and I wasn't getting straight up answers and I didn't like it. But I started becoming more social media savvy and realizing that I could use social media and Twitter. And before that, I never paid attention to any of that stuff or realized what you could actually do to get over with it. And so I started doing the whole eat, tweet, delete, repeat thing where I would say crazy things in character on Twitter just to try to get as much attention. Then I would delete it because it was pissing a lot of people off and I was a heel already. And in my mind, I'm thinking, well, if I can get this kind of start getting over, maybe I can kind of start going on a little bit of a run. And once the Rybacksel thing is over and in doing something as a heel with this, because the bully thing got pulled away and that was going great. And that was getting over on Twitter, it seemed like, and it started seeing it, people were talking about it. And but WWE got really mad over certain things and by WWE, Mark Carrano at the time, I think there was somebody and I called them, I don't know if I used the word overweight or something, and they go, we don't want you calling fans fat. And I go, you're not telling me how to use my social media. I go, I'm not offending any of our sponsors. I go, I'm a heel. I go, if people like, I just like, but Mark Carrano has a way of like, that wasn't Vince asking me or Hunter. It was Mark Carrano, and he has a really shitty way of trying to talk where I don't handle disrespect from anyone. I don't tolerate it. And I shut that shit down right away. But so Vince, I think Vince, what I was told and what happened was they thought I wanted attention. And so I was using Twitter to get attention. So they came to me that day. It was for main event. They go, you're going around the ring. We're just going to play. You're going to disrupt the whole show. And they go, you just go out, do your thing. Your music's going to play. Have my vest on, all jacked and oiled up, and got my jeans and Harley boots, and do the little eat, tweet, delete, just jaw jack with the fans. And I go to the guy. I go. A lot of the people on that show had matches all throughout it. I was interrupting everybody's matches. So like they had to plan for my music playing for like a minute and a half or 2 minutes of their match. And so they had to like not, and I didn't like it. I didn't want to do it. I knew the guys that were working on it, and they're like, what the fuck is going on? I go, I have no fucking clue. I go back to one of the writers. I go, why are we doing this? He goes, you want the honest answer? I go, yeah, what other answers to fucking give? He goes, Vince thinks you want attention, so he's giving you attention. And I just go, fuck, great. And that was it. That was it wasn't no payoff on it. It was just Vince thought I wanted attention, and that was it.
Oh, that's wild, man.
Yeah.
No, Bully Ryback was the best, man. I love that run you were doing. One quick statement, man. Your pre-workout is by far the best on the market. You need like a quarter scoop of that thing, and you're going. So
thank you.
Good luck with everything, man. Love your stuff.
Thank you. Take care. Great question.
All right, take care, man.
You too. Bye. Thank you very much, buddy. Let me see here. I don't see anybody that could possibly be Chase with it. And I'm just taking a look to see if I see anything in here. It looks like Chase isn't going to come on today, guys, which we're going to have to maybe alter the name of the show for today. The Chase for Chase. Well, the Chase for Chase is actually what is going, and we did talk about him quite a bit. So that isn't completely not honest labeling on that. So, but with everything, guys, check out again in honor of everything, mental health awareness, and this very serious situation. 35% off Feed Me More Nutrition, discount code mental health. Guys on that, feedmemore.com. Get a free shaker bottle as well with your orders. I appreciate all the orders coming in during the show. I can see it going off. So greatly appreciated. Thank you, Chase. With this, guys, we'll hopefully have some great news here very soon on everything. I can tell you we're literally, this goes out. I've got to go back to work on the phones with everything. And because there's information coming in even during this show. And I could say it's going to happen. It's going to happen. We're on high alert, and it is zero tolerance with any of this. And I appreciate all the love and support with all of you out there. It is, we're going to do this. We're going to get them off the streets, and just no place in the world for this. And I like I told you guys, I just don't, bad people and evil, man. I just have zero tolerance for it. I just don't. And you just got to take a stand, and hopefully I'm sure zero fear, and but taking it very seriously, and protect what we love. And because no matter our differences and all the bullshit in this world, all the political fucking trash and the arguing and the pettiness, like I really truly believe as humans, we have love and happiness are the two things that we all crave and want in our lives with this. And we want to hold on to that, right? And when there's people, disruptors, evil people out there, demons, whatever the fuck they are, that for whatever reason, it's cool to see everybody stand together. And Chase, we're coming for you, buddy. It's happening. It's game over. And that was all you're doing, brother. I wish, man, we could have been friends. Could have, I don't know what the fuck your deal was. I never did anything wrong to you. And, but I'm not going to tolerate it, and nobody should with it. And we're going to get a piece of shit off the streets, brother. And this was all your own doing with all of it. And you're a desperate, fragile little boy. And like I told you, you couldn't do anything to me, 20, 30 pounds underweight on crutches with a broken fucking leg and nerve damage. You literally couldn't, you didn't have the fucking balls or the courage to do anything. And I already know you're done. and everything. You're getting the attention that you desperately wanted your whole life, that you never had the courage to go for wrestling. You never had the courage to go for MMA. Now the world is ganging up on you, and rightfully so. And it's your own fucking doing. And I'm going to fucking finish it. With that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Until next time, my friends, stay hungry. Feed me more.